I'm about to get fired from my job.
Yeah, what happened?
They called me into the office. You can't never be late again, and you can't never be on your phone again, or else you'll be fired. One more time. Yeah, one more time for either one of these incidents.
Ever again? What if I'm here for 5 years? I can never be late again?
And clocking in and clocking out, I can't miss a day, because I definitely do be trying to, whatever.
Ever again? Or
ever again. Ever again.
Frame?
Ever again.
That's not reasonable, but okay.
He's fired.
I'm fired, basically, yeah. What are you talking about? I'm fired on Monday.
This is when I quit jobs. Don't ever give me no thin ice, bitch. I weigh 180 pounds. I'm going to fall through, baby. What? Never be late? You can't catch me on my phone once?
I can't. I forgot to.
Life can't happen to you. It took away your, like, you know, the freedom you had. Life can happen to you. Then you have freedom because you're not a bad dude. Now you're on your final write-up, because on your first write-up, it take away, like, okay.
How many write-ups did you have?
First of all, I don't know exactly. Get my pillow.
It's happened more than twice.
Oh God, bro. Where's the other one?
I don't know.
Actually,
you're pissing me off.
I feel like for the last 40, I feel like for the last 40 episodes, every other episode you have had a work incident. That either had, and the thing is that you're on your final write-up, and you may have only gotten 2 write-ups, but you're on like your 50 work incident. That's why they're like, actually, we need to put this nigga on ice.
And next week, because I'm gonna ask next week, so next time we record, I'm gonna read you guys every one of my write-ups. I can't wait to do that, because
he rolls the worst.
I didn't do that.
Shit.
I'm not even smoking that. I ain't do that.
Don't mind me.
Anyways, yeah, especially the one about the resource room when I was asking them, when they say I was asking about bumping coochies. That's so ridiculous. That really blew me. What do I look like? Asking a lesbian girl, has she ever bumped coochies before? That's not even come out of my mouth. Disgusting.
Why would you say it though? Why would you say it though?
I didn't. I didn't.
The thing is that when you lose this job, where else are you going to work? Have you ever thought about that? Like, where else would I work? Like, when I was thinking about that,
I was thinking that, and I couldn't think of nothing because I don't know what other things people do. Like, isn't everything a job though? So, like, I don't know.
No, there's millions of jobs. I can think of millions of jobs, but what job would you do? That's a very specific question. What job would you do?
Well, you know, I'm like,
you have the most coolest job in the world right now. You don't want to do that.
I do want to do it. They're just mean to me. You see what it says on my... I'm praying this at work. Why don't y'all like me anymore?
Your behavior.
Hey, stop playing with me. I've been in there saving lives. I've been in there. First of all, we have 4 people in my positions. There's been so many days where I'm the only person there. I know I have the highest attendance. I might be late. I might be late a lot. But I know in the last 365 days, I at least have the second best attendance. I want to go with first. I have the first. She's not yelling at me that way. I have the first. I'm always there. I'm always doing my job. I'm always saving lives. I might be a little late. I might text people. I might FaceTime. Who gives a motherfuck? Look at the people in there.
You're not one of the best workers.
But I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. But I literally am. No, it doesn't matter. But I literally am. And client base, I'm probably their favorite. There's no way I'm not their favorite.
Anyways, this
you're delusional. I literally have people stalking me, so I can't not be the favorite. I just want to throw that out there.
Delusional.
I'm not delusional.
You messed up. So all those things about being able to be 8 minutes late, let's not listen to no outside hoe. That's when we have a good relationship with somebody. You are on your final write-up, not your first write-up, your final write-up. You are not on your first incident with a client or outside people or with your management or with your coworkers. There are several incidents like this. So yes, you need to be on time for your breaks. Yes, you need to always be here and be attentive. No, you do not have the privilege of being on your phone. We barely like your ass, because when you let you do it, you went too far. You're not gonna fit here and act like, why does nobody like me? Because bitch, we gave you an inch and you took a fucking mile. You do too much all the fucking time, and then be mad when people take it back, bitch. You take it there and then be mad when that don't do it no more.
No, that's not. You're wrong. You haven't been there. You haven't been there. You haven't been experiencing what I've been experiencing for the last year.
Okay. And you've never experienced yourself.
Yes, I experience myself every day.
Perception. You've never experienced yourself through the outlook of others. Let me tell you that.
Let me tell you something.
The fuck? don't nobody like me no more. That's like me saying, why can nobody be around me for too long? I know why, nigga. The fuck? Why don't you guys? Why are you guys acting different?
I didn't do nothing wrong.
Okay.
I got attacked. Nobody cared. I'm getting harassed. Nobody cared.
No one
I got
cares.
fentanyl blown in my face.
That was bad.
Nobody cared. I got my tires
That's your
slashed.
lie. She wrote you a very
I got
long
a
email.
tire
You got to go
slap.
home
Did she-
early. And were you paid for that time?
Nope.
Oh.
Quiet on set, please.
Okay. Quiet on set. I did see.
You seen it?
Yes.
You seen all of it?
No, okay, but hear me out. Do you remember like 2 years ago when you showed me a whole bunch of videos about this shit?
So first of all, I already watched a documentary on Dan Snyder. It wasn't a real documentary. It was a white girl on YouTube who had like a 30-minute YouTube video, but she made
the girl from Victorious.
No. It was like a random person, and she made like a YouTube video that had a lot of views on it though, and it was just showing all the things like his foot fetish with little kids, all the tweets he made about retweet your feet for Nickelodeon, let us see all his little freaky stuff,
So
man.
for me, like a lot of these shows, I didn't really all of that was cool, but I really watched the Amanda show. Like some of these clips that they're like re-showing, like me looking through an adult lens, like damn, this is weird.
It's crazy.
Or stuff that I remember as a kid thinking it's fucking funny, or like.
But here's
like,
the thing, though. If none of those people were pedophiles, right? If he wasn't on no freaky stuff, if he didn't like little kids at all, and nobody else was a pedophile, there was none of that. And they still did the exact same things, would it be looked at as freaky?
Those scenes are still inappropriate because I don't think any person who isn't perverted in their mind would do that with a kid because they know that there's people who are perverted that will view it that way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because how they're some of the stuff is like I would not allow a kid to play like that. That's weird, bro. And then the way you guys are paneling the cameras, the black boy who literally had penises on his shoulders.
Nose boy.
That
was so funny.
Or even when they were talking about, they did have like a fixation with having stuff come on these kids' faces
But let me tell y'all something.
behind the scenes, saying, "Oh, that's a cum shot." And I watched another dude who said the dude Brian Peck. He's not even a super famous person. He did one movie, and he said like his dad like had to fight really hard to like get Brian Peck like from off him. Like he was doing all kinds of like weird stuff, and even some of the stuff they did was like torture. They said he was in a scary type movie. They really put him naked with real maggots over him for the scene, so to seem real. And they were saying stuff like, "Don't let the maggots get in your pee hole" and stuff like that. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
where was the parents during all this time?
So,
but that's like, how do you? I don't know. I feel like as a parent, I wouldn't be on it.
Is that so it's either if there's two situations, because the girl Sam from iCarly, she said Miranda, the iCarly, her family was really involved. Nothing happened to her. The two black boys, and she said she probably didn't see nothing. The two black boys, from one was on Corey in the House, and the other one was on Zoe 101. She said Dan Snyder was a great person. Nothing happened, but she was also always there. So these people whose parents were always there and always on the set.
What was this on again?
What?
What was this on again?
ID, and you can rewatch it on HBO. It was on the ID channel. It's a crime channel. But for the parents, the kids whose parents were always there, they were literally like just physical slaves. They probably had those crazy schedules where they're up from the morning doing interviews, working all day, probably getting paid less, whatever. And then these other kids whose parents don't care. Our parents took a wage, like say, like they'll come to the parents like, "Oh, let the kid come with me and I'll give you $1 million and they'll come live out here for the whole season of recording and we'll take care of them and whatever." The mom got $1 million. She don't care what you do with the kid. And now you got the kid. You're making them work. You're having sex with them. You're selling them off to other people for sex crimes. You know, the people that write these shows, that hire these people, that you do these business deals are pedophiles. So you let them have sex with this little girl. So now you got something to hold over their head. And you just got this little girl. The mom got $1 million. Don't care what happened. And when the little girl say something, she's like, "Be quiet." And actually the little girl's a little girl. So she's like, "I just make a lot of money. I just want to chase my dreams. I don't know if I can say nothing." like Amanda Bynes, she had a whole Twitter page saying all this stuff, and people was like, oh, she's just going crazy. She said Dan Snyder got her pregnant, forced her to get her an abortion. She said, that's my parents tweeting off my page, not me. I don't have no access to my money. And the way she looks now, looks like that's what the fuck they did to her, made her work, sucked all her talent and her life out of her, and left her there. Like, all right. And someone probably gets all the royalties from all those movies she was in, all those TV shows, making money off her. And
you
she
saw
out
her
here trying
side
to
by
learn how to do
side.
nails.
You saw her side by side. She used to be so fucking pretty. Why does she look
and full
like
of life
that?
because they used her.
That's
They
sad.
sucked it all out of her. They worked it out of her and still making money out of her. She's just dead. Like, they took all of your essence. That's what selling your soul is, bitch. They took it right up the fuck about you. Right the fuck about you. Oh, the thing that made me the most sad, though, was Drake Bell's dad. How he was there. He fought to be around his son, and the whole time he was there, his son was, like, safe, you know? And he told his ex-wife, he like, I don't really like this dude. I don't like the way he's touching him. I seen how he's dealt with other people. I don't think he's good for him. The dude got in the wife's ear, got in the son's ear, and made it to seem like where the dad shouldn't be involved. And next thing you know, Drake Bell, 15, waking up to a dude who's been helping him chase his dreams, putting shit in his ass. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy as hell.
Did y'all see his interview?
Does he wake up to that?
Yes.
Does he?
Yes.
Does he?
Yes.
Does he?
Yes.
Or does he agree to this and then doesn't want to do it anymore?
And he, okay, so he may have...
Because that's exactly what happened. Because here's how it goes, right? Because I honestly feel like during a documentary, this is what I was looking for. During a documentary, right? Every time something would be accused or whatever situation would happen, they'll go to a blank screen or like a screen with just words, and it'll be like quotes from Dan Snyder saying, Dan Snyder said this is not what happened, this is what really happened, blah, 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 right? At the very end, one of the last things he said was,
do you know how crazy it is that they're even allowing that to happen while a victim is giving
yeah, for
statement?
sure. Hold on.
Like, because look at how it's allowing you to view his statement.
Oh, no, I know. I know all this is...
I feel like that's...
But we have to put it all in as one thing because I don't want to separate it. Here's what I'm saying.
But you have to keep in the perspective, the manipulation to view it that way, because you have to think he is a 15-year-old boy. There's always established trust. He wasn't always being sexually abused or whatever, so he viewed you this way. So he went to sleep, and even if he did agree to it, nigga, he fucking realized that this maybe is weird or wrong. Maybe he might be fucking gay. He might be a gay boy, but you shouldn't be fucking this man. Sorry.
I forgot. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I get passionate about kids and sex. That's weird, bro. He ain't agreed to it. Even if he did, you can't.
Yeah, no, I know. But yeah.
Sorry.
So what about his interview?
His dad?
No.
Dan Snyder?
Yeah.
Even that's weird.
What did you say he was on?
The dude, he's Tebow. Am I too far? That'll just make everybody mad. Sorry.
No. What did you say he was on?
He's on iCarly.
No, I'm saying, what did you say he was like? I said he looked different, and then you said he was on. What is that?
I was playing. I don't know what he's on, but they say all the celebrities is on Ozempic.
What is that?
It's a diabetes drug, but people use it to lose weight, and I was playing.
Oh.
I don't know why he look like this.
I don't know. He just looked weird. He just looked weird.
New.
I don't know.
He sheds weight. But
he got some audacity to come out, and he should have just diddied it out.
I think I honestly can say what I think Dan Snyder is guilty of is facilitating space for other sexual predators to take advantage of kids. I think he created a lot of sexually charged content with kids in it. I think that he has sexually abused maybe Amanda Bynes, probably the girl from Zoe 101, and like maybe Ariana Grande, and like made a lot of sexual gestures to the girl, obviously the girl Sam and stuff. But like as far as stuff that like he's actually did, I think those people are too far gone. Amanda Bynes have been paid off. The girl from Zoe 101, she canceled her show. No one knows who her baby daddy is. They found her boyfriend. She's quiet about it. I don't think we even know what the kid looked like. She's paid off. Ariana Grande had to take some money. Because did you see that video I sent you of her? She looked drunk as hell on the set of the thing, and she's on the floor. She said, oh, my boobs are showing. But Dan's recording, And another grown man's like, oh my gosh, that's the most awesome thing I ever heard. And Dan's like, why are you sitting on the floor? Like, this is weird. So, but whatever you went through, you got paid off for, and now you're Ariana Grande. I don't think the crimes he's guilty of, nobody's left to say. Y'all guilty. I took care of my shit. They paid off and crazy now. Y'all loose as hell. And that's really what all he said in his interview is, y'all let it happen. Shit.
Yeah, what I was saying though is during the documentary, they'll cut to scenes where, not scenes, but things where he'll say whatever he said, right? And on the very last one, I was trying to find exactly what he said, but it was somewhere to the point of like, just pissed me off. Somewhere to the point of like, he never denied anything, but he also never agreed to anything. He said everything that's on my show, the higher ups of Nickelodeon had to green light. Like everything that y'all seen, there was a lot of people above me who had to see it first before it came out. That's number one. And then he said there was always parents on the set. So anything that happened on set, the parents were there. They knew. So he's not saying like I did these things, but he's saying like everybody up there knew and everybody down here knew. So like, yeah, I did all these things, but like don't act like I'm the only, like everybody, like it was a whole thing. There's people who got mad and left. There's parents who were like, I don't want my kids doing this. There's also parents who were like, yes, do all these things to my kid because I want my kid to be this. And that's all he's saying. And it's all bad, but I'm just saying like they're victims and they're kids and it's all wrong. But there are those ones like Ariana Grande who stayed and was with the shits and got exactly what they were looking for. And then there's people like Drake who was doing the shits and decided, I don't want to do this just no more. And this is the results of it.
There's people
but
like
let's
Amanda
not act
Bynes
like
who does it all and gets disposed of in like the second that they feel like.
But then don't sign up for it.
But do people know what
do
they're
you
saying?
mean?
What do you mean? How do people not know?
No, I feel like until right now,
Because
everything
she was
considered a conspiracy theory. Actually, you want to know the first time I heard about Pizzagate and stuff?
Okay, and I think, and this is okay, and I want to make this very clear too, because you did say something that I want to make this very clear. Because as I was watching, I kept saying that too. This is very different because it's kids, so it's very, very different. But what I'm talking about is like this kind of situation overall, because one of the things that you said, which is what I was thinking also, was Leonardo DiCaprio, the same guy who assaulted Josh was his name? Josh Peck? Drake Peck?
No, Brian Peck is the assaulter. Drake Bell is the victim.
Right. He was also doing the same thing with Leonardo DiCaprio, right? He was his mentor and his acting coach and all this, his whole little childhood acting. And now look who he is. I'm pretty sure he did the exact same thing. He just didn't quit and give up like Drake did and then change his mind, right? Or am I tripping?
No, you're right. But the thing is that it's a very dirty game, and some people come out with what looks like gold, and they went through hell for it. But then there's other people like Orlando Brown. There's people like, there's fucking Miley Cyrus for a little bit, but then she came back. There's Demi Lovato who said the whole time she was on Camp Rock, she was on cocaine. She said she was on cocaine the whole time she was doing Camp Rock. That's crazy. What are y'all putting these kids through? And then when Orlando Brown, so now that we know for a fact that these things aren't conspiracy theories, aren't high people or fake stuff people are making up, that these are for a fact the people that we seen YouTube videos about saying this happened to this person, now the person is saying it. So now we look at Orlando Brown when he's saying like, oh, those Target commercials, those kids you're seeing, they're really just sex slaves. And those are ads to really rich people who know what's going on about what kids we have for sale. The kids that we have, the parents that don't give a fuck about us, we have bad families and stuff. They take us, they let people fuck us, they make us act this shit all day. No one paid attention to that shit because they think he's high and he's crazy.
I think they get a choice. And here's what I mean by this.
You're right, they get a choice. But hold on. But about the choice they get, the people who's giving them the choice. That's more important.
Yeah, I'm not even like right now. I'm just talking. I'm not like disagreeing or debating. I'm just saying like I think they have a choice, right? As in like, first of all, that one little black boy on that documentary who kept talking. I've never seen him on. I've never seen him one. He kept talking about him being nobody touched him. Nobody touched him. He wasn't a main character. He wasn't a nothing. I don't know why he kept talking about the victim. He never talked about being touched or nothing. He nobody touched him. That was number one.
But like he said, the parents and everybody were there. So other people were there, even if they didn't be touched. They were there. They were uncomfortable. They seen people.
So what I'm saying is, I think they picked like Amanda Bynes, right, for example, or these people who they think are very, very talented, right? And I don't know if they fuck up. I hope they don't fuck up. That's very wrong. But I think they don't at first. They just kind of like make them this thing, right? And then I think when they get to a certain age, they let them know like what's going on and hear your choices, like, and then they go with it. No. And some of them don't, and they just kind of spin off. And then the ones who don't and they kind of try to snitch, I think those are the ones that they fuck up.
No. So what I think is happening is that they're not looking for people who are talented. Yes, you're talented, but they're also looking for people who are vulnerable. So you're really talented, but you are from a really like fucked up situation. You're really poor. You only have a mom, or your mom doesn't give a fuck about you, things like that. So now you're vulnerable and you're talented, so you can make me a lot of money. I either pay off your mom or your mom doesn't even give a fuck about you. So now I have you now. I make you trust me. I'm your friend. You're really just a cash cow to me. So in order for you to like keep being my cash cow, I have to have power over you. You have to have emotional attachment to you, and you have to be scared of me and have trauma. So now I'm probably, have sex with you, do something. Now that I have sex with you, maybe did something bad to you or made you do something bad to me, have something over your head. So when I'm taking all of your money, making all your choices for you, what are you going to say to me? And then also, you're still just a person and you have this dream and you want to chase this dream. So I'm also abusing you, making you work for me, but feeding you enough to where you think you're happy. Like, oh, I know I just raped you. I know I'm taking all your money. I know I keep you drugged up and high, but you're a pop star.
And
you have your own TV show.
Choice?
It's not your choice.
You said it's your choice.
You're saying it's your choice.
No, that's what I'm asking. At what point do you feel like it's your choice? Like you're telling me at this point, like this person is just, they have no say so, no choice.
You have a choice, but it's a choice you're manipulated into bringing. And when you do make a choice and say, I don't want to do it, because for one, we started this relationship off of me thinking, you're going to give me a TV show. I'm going to be on the Amanda show. I come from a bad family, so you are giving me a show. I have to spend a lot of time with you. I trust you. You're going to be my mentor. So now I live with you.
Okay. But, and this is where This is where we like differentiate. Yes, you're right, because we're talking about kids. You're 100% right. You're 100% right. I think I'm talking about more of the parents in that situation, because the parents have to know what's going on. Right?
They don't. We already stated the parents don't give a fuck. They either already don't give a fuck about the kid, so when the kid goes off, the parent might think like, oh, my kid's on TV and don't even know what's
dad was there the whole time.
Amanda's dad was also raping her too, so he doesn't give a fuck what you other men are doing. You guys paying me money, I'm raping this bitch too. There's no.
She said her dad was raping her too?
Yeah, she said her dad was abusing her. And the way I said that was not because that's how I view about, but there's some people that are foul like that. We are talking like the same conversation we have about cats. Those are grown people who know. We're talking about kids. These are kids who's never even had their first sexual experience. So they're interacting with people who are making sexual gestures towards them, fucking them, doing things to them. You've never felt this. You've never made this choice for yourself on your own before. So a grown person doing this to you, you're never making, there's no way a child is ever making a choice in that situation. Ever. Like, there's no way a kid.
What choices do you think that you had as a kid?
But
let's say when a parent puts you in.
I'm talking about. So you're
saying kids don't have a choice, but they do have a choice.
No, I don't think he was saying that.
No. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm saying. What I'm talking about specifically right now is, when he was telling his story, he said this happened to him at 15 years old, right? I know me at 15. So this is what we're talking about. Let me finish. This is what we're talking about, right? This is the choice. So you're telling me you wake up to something in your ass. That's insane, number one. But fine, whatever. Because at 15, you're not going to get into my ass and then I wake up. Like, I'm waking up like so many minutes before there's actually something in there. But fine. And then you're telling me you went back there every single day for years?
You're talking about an abuse victim. Knowing that you're abused. Okay. You're going to have a different mentality.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. All I'm saying is, I know me, right? Let me tell you something right now.
Were you raped as a child?
If I was 15 years old and I was on let's say I was at my mom's boyfriend's house, And I don't know, I loved him. He was so nice. And it was the greatest thing. And he was buying me all the new Jordans and I got everything I wanted. And it was amazing at his house. And he loved my mom. And I woke up and he had like a little thing in my butt, right? And then I woke up and I was like, oh, I'm too scared to tell anybody. And then my mom was like, hey,
all the time.
Right? Fine, cool. And then my mom was like, hey, Frankie, you got to go back to this man's house. You got to actually live there for the summer. You got to go there for the summer. And then in my head, I'm going to be thinking, should I tell my mom? No, I'm just going to go here. And then I go there, and then every day for the summer, he's raping. By like the third day, I'm just thinking, I know he's going to do it tomorrow. He did it yesterday. But he is making me rich and giving me stuff, so... No, you have a choice. You're 15. You have a lot of choices. True. You can't tell me you don't have no. Shut the fuck up. I don't care. If you were 15, you would have made a choice. If you were 15, weren't you asked to like give massages for money at 15? You had a choice. You said no.
No, I wasn't 15. I was an adult.
Whatever. Shut up.
But listen. Okay, can I say something? I
just know. Did you tell me? Hold on. Did you? I have a clip of you saying that R. Kelly couldn't give you shit at 16, 15, 14. You like men your age. You knew that your auntie talked about. I have a clip. I know. So you can't lie and say you would win for it. You're just lying because you want to lie. I know I wouldn't went for it. So I know 80% of 15-year-olds if they want to go for it. Hey, unless you wanted those things. Unless you wanted those millions of dollars of things, which he wanted.
Okay,
I'm not mad at you. You wanted to be like, y'all don't remember how famous Drake was at that age, at that time. I think y'all are like, y'all think like he was famous, like the real way. Like the Drake now. Not that famous, but you know.
He's pretty famous.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that
he wanted it.
You're
and he didn't want it no
from
more.
A perspective of, you keep saying you are you live a certain style of life, you've been taught certain things, you have certain type of instincts and been through things. So at 15, you thought a certain way. Drake Bell, when you listen to him speak, he said from the time he was like 4, he's been in commercials and shit. So all he's ever known,
all he's ever wanted.
He was a
rephrase the way you're saying things. They're all in the same circle.
So for one, we're talking about kids. So when we're talking about wants, we're talking about kids. And he's saying from 4, my son told me he wanted to do karate. He did that shit for 3 days. He's a kid. He wants all kinds of things. So from the time he was a young kid, he has been in this environment pursuing this career. He is feeding his family. Like you said, he is very famous. Right now, as adults, for a certain, if we're talking about millions of dollars, a certain kind of lifestyle, a certain kind of freedom, there's a lot of things we will be willing to do. There's a lot of moral things we'll be willing to compromise to do that. And we all have our boundaries on that. These are kids, so they don't fucking know. They've only been acting and pursuing this their whole fucking life. Like, you have to think of the mental thing about these choices. These aren't people who don't know nothing else. Nigga, I'm not living a normal fucking life, being fine, not getting fucked every day, then trading it for, you know something else besides that. He doesn't know anything else besides that to make different choices. You knew something else at 15. At 15, you've probably seen a gun. At 15, you probably have friends who died. At 15, you've probably been hungry and didn't have any food in your house. So you probably would have woke up before someone got something in your ass, nigga.
It doesn't matter at 15. But that's
you're also not a white
kid.
Even
if I was in that same, but there's a lot of, but you know there's a, but we're not going to act like, what we're not going to do is act like there's not a lot of 15-year-old boys who are put in those exact same predicaments who do and not do
Fuck 15-year-old boys. I was 23 and got raped. I didn't do anything.
No, I'm not talking about rape. No, hold on.
That's not. He got raped.
No, wait,
so
that's not. Those are two different kind of. It's
the same thing. You're saying a 15-year-old boy waking up to his ass and not going back, right? It's the same. I'm a grown woman. I didn't say nothing. I didn't stop it, and I didn't get any help.
Okay,
and I didn't tell nobody. And I'm grown, and I have all
these
free will, so I could only imagine what a kid would do.
But that's what I'm talking about, though. Okay, you're talking about just a regular, right? I'm talking about a very calculated. First of all, we're not going to act like this is a regular rape, right?
It's not.
Because this man did take 3 years to get to this man's booty, right? To this little boy's booty. We watched Dr. 3 years.
He had to break down.
He took psychological warfare to separate the family. He separated a boy from his father to get to him. So when I got like this as a regular, that's number one. Number two, what I meant by that was there's been a lot of 15-year-old black boys who were wanting to be rappers or whatever the case may be, who were put, when I mean this kind of situations, I mean the kind of situation like this. It's not like I just raped them. This is like I'm gonna do this to you to give you this, and we're agreeing to this until you decide not to. This isn't like I don't think this is what I believe. I don't think it was an accidental rape. That's all I'm saying. In that
How would it be an accident? What do you mean an accidental rape?
So what I was finishing saying is, I'm pretty sure there's been a 15-year-old boy somewhere out in the world who wanted to be a rapper, and Birdman approached him. Sorry, Birdman.
Oh, the boy came out and said what happened though. It's a video on YouTube right now.
And there's somebody who accepted. Sorry, Wayne. And then there's others who didn't. So we can't act like.
Okay, I'm following more, and I can.
So
agree
we can't
with that.
act like Drake is just so. Oh, he grew up and he doesn't know. No, you.
Did you see Drake's confession
change your mind
of the video? Did you see his confession? No. Okay.
Who's Drake? Drake confession? What video?
With that. I can agree. So in Drake's thing of saying what happened to him, he said he just woke up to it. And if you think about like all the other thing that's going on and how he like broke him down and like what he did for Leonardo and what I was just explaining, like, okay, you make me all this money, but let me do this to you. It's always going to be a sexual blackmail. You're going to have an attachment to them. And that's what he wants to do as just like the person who's making money off him. And that's what he has to agree to for all this fame. And Drake agreed to it. It just got to be too much.
It's okay if it's too much. That's okay too.
But did you the stuff that he said he was getting?
Didn't he just marry a 17-year-old like 2 years ago or something?
No, he didn't marry a fucking 17-year-old. He did become a predator. Drake. He did become a predator. He was texting a girl or some shit.
Well, usually when you're abused, you usually become abused. And he
didn't want to be looked. And that's the last time we seen him. And nobody liked him after that. And the next time we see him, he's confessing. Well, I've actually been getting raped this whole time, so that's why I actually did it.
But the thing is,
I think you're being really insensitive.
You can't trick my mind.
But the thing is that he's
an actor. You know that, right?
No, but
he's been acting since he was 4 years old. You think he's gonna get on a set on a TV screen and trick my brain and trick my mind?
I don't understand how
I'm wide open.
On the first season of Drake and Josh, he was going to court for convicting this person, so it would be different. It's not like he's just saying something new. He's just saying something that, hey, they worked really hard to hide this from you, and a lot of this is more sexual blackmail reverse. Y'all not really paying us. We kind of broke. We kind of fucked up, and y'all did this to me. I can't understand that. But for the person on the outside, you
bad.
have to think about.
I'm not defending these people. I'm not saying. Let me get this very clear. I'm not saying these people are right. I'm just saying everybody's wrong, except for like the kids.
No, but the thing that's
save the kid, at a certain like age, Ryan Garcia said.
So at a certain age, you're saying it's your choice
for sure.
And okay, hold on. Can I say something?
For sure.
Okay, so my thing is, and I don't like doing like the personal situations and stuff like that, but that's all I can only go back to. So I knew a girl. She was, I think, which we're saying at a younger age, she was conditioned or whatever. I don't know when all this started, but at a younger age, she was conditioned at a certain age, whatever. She was being sexually touched or whatever at a younger age. I don't remember what age, but it kept going on for a while. She never told anybody. She ended up telling me, but she never told anybody else. She never told her parents. This kept happening until she was a teenager. Then eventually she got out the house. Now she's going through it. She's a whore. She dates younger niggas. Like, I don't know. She's like a pedophile. She's very, very weird. All I'm saying is if you're conditioned at a certain age and you're these things that happen to you when you're really, really young make your head fucked up.
Okay.
So I don't think it's your choice. I think you're already fucked up in the head. So you're letting it happen. And you think it's normal. You may think it's normal. You may think it's not. But you're going to keep going because you have nobody else. You don't know what else to do. You don't have parents who are supporting you. You don't have parents who are like stopping it. So
I think I'm more sort of talking about the people who are, I'm more so talking about the people who are getting the famous people. I'm not talking about the regular people. I'm not talking about that. That's bad. That's fucked up. That's different. She probably doesn't have nowhere to go.
But it's not
but
different.
No, how is it not different? Let me tell you how it's very different. Because it's a trade-off. I think these people are actually making the choice.
Kids cannot make choices like that. You're not understand. Just like kids that can't. Just like a 20-year-old can't. Just like a 20-year-old can't.
I'm not
date
talking about the kids.
So what are you talking about?
So people like Drake,
is
right?
A kid.
No, he is a kid, but like so a kid who's been a child star And so to me, a kid who's been a child star since they were a little kid, like Michael Jackson or Amanda Bynes or Drake, like little kids always only been in the industry, Miley Cyrus, and I don't feel like they're really making a choice. They're conditioned to already make this choice and be known to it. But the 15-year-old, like say me, when I'm 15, if Nickelodeon comes to me like, hey, we're going to give you the Tyra show, and then the person who's in charge of all this, maybe 2 years in, starts like having sex with me and saying stuff like, hey, keep your mouth shut. You're going to keep your show. You're going to do this. You're going to be there. At 15, if I'm not conditioned as a child star and this is all I know already, I did make a choice. Did I make an adult choice? Did I make an emotionally intelligent choice? No, but I made some kind of conscious choice because me at 15, not being a child star, I know what I'm doing. You give me a show? What you want to do to me?
But let me
the same way I can come to you right now, like, hey, I have $1 million. Can I fuck you? You would let me eat your pussy for $1 million. If I paid you $1 million, you let me eat your pussy right now on this camera. On this camera, you would let me do that. So when you're 15, I'm offering you $1 million. What at 15, you, not a child star, you right now at 15, I'm telling you, you will have your own show on Nickelodeon, $1 million, everything you want. Think about what you would be willing to allow. Like, and honest, you don't even have to say it on the mic, but just honestly, you made a choice. Not the 2-year-old girl who's been in commercials and on Disney since a little girl. She's not really making a choice. This is all she know. But you at 15?
But
what you do?
Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say.
You made a choice.
What was the last thing you said? Oh, God, I was gonna say, I hate that happens. But yeah, I just feel like that's all bad.
It is fucked up. What was Diddy doing there?
I can only imagine.
They called his ass the diddler. The scene was Diddy had a helicopter in the little boy's pants with the remote. Diddy had a helicopter in the little boy's pants drinking a Long
Raymond?
Island.
What's that name? Raymond? Ray Romano? Everybody loves Raymond. He was there and he was eating a pickle. And it was, they ate some sick boys, man.
They said that scene. Do you remember that scene of all of that where there was the scene where the boy who like,
oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
To drink a lot of coffee and stuff. They were really making them kids drink all that sugar. And
yeah,
that's crazy.
You know, wait, what was I gonna say? Oh.
They probably was in that bitch. That's why they do cocaine and shit. Bitch, you was making me ready for this shit. What the fuck? I'm going from drinking pounds of sugar, nigga. Hell yeah, I'm gonna do a line, bitch.
What was I just? Damn, I forgot. I fucking lost it again. It really pisses me the fuck off.
I was talking about the scene from all that. You cut me off.
These people, when I mean between like regular people who get like touched at home, that's really bad, versus like these people who might be getting groomed into it and is yes, they don't have any support, and yes, all that stuff is bad, right? But at some point, right, if you're that famous, like if you're Amanda Bynes, right, and you're like, fuck, I really don't want to do this, and you're a kid, wouldn't you like, I don't know, like if I'm at a red carpet or something and there's like millions of people around me, I'll just be like, he's raping me.
That's not how abuse. That's not how abuse.
Everybody has to stop and take.
No, Amanda Bynes did that. Amanda Bynes made a whole Twitter, and she said everything that happened to her. Her parents were on her Twitter, were pretending to be her. They marked her. She was like a grown, damn near 18. They gave her 5150 that says she's a crazy person. So now she's under conservatory. So now someone makes all of her choices for her legally. That's what happens. That's the choice that you're faced with. Do I speak up about my abuse, or do I allow myself to really become a slave? Can't make any choices. Don't have any access to my money. She doesn't even control her social media. They already control me.
You think this can happen now? You think this can happen today? Still, yes. Right now? You think these child actors are getting? You think these same things that happen to these child actors today?
Yes, and I think I think it's worse than whatever was happening before, and that's why all these documentaries and stuff. So like Nickelodeon shows on right now with like an 8-year-old right now. You think there's a possible chance that, like a high chance that something's happening to this little kid right now? Yes.
And they're just letting it happen to them.
It's the same thing.
Or like a 15-year-old
did 16 months in jail for raping a child star, and Disney hired him. Yes.
Do you know?
Yes.
The craziest thing about that documentary to me.
He was friends with the killer.
They went to this man's house, right? Did you see this part? They went to this man's house. I didn't even know who this person was. I had to Google it during the documentary. They went to this man's house. They said he had a garage full of amazing, nice stuff, right? It was cool as hell. Then he had one odd, it was like themed. It was some kind of theme, I forgot. Then he had a random painting in the corner that had nothing to do with the theme, right? It was a clown. They turned the clown picture around. It's signed by a famous person. And they're talking about this person. They're scared. Everybody in the house is scared. But he's talking about this person like, this is my friend, this is my pen pal. I love him. We were talking, sending letters back in jail, from jail. I looked the dude up. The dude was a serial killer in Chicago who raped and murdered 33 young boys.
Dressed as a killer clown.
Raped and murdered 33 young boys in Chicago, and this was his best friend. He was writing pen pal.
You never heard about that killer before?
No.
Oh, yeah. There's like documentaries on that person. He was a sick man.
And that was his friend. That's so funny to me.
And nobody joking though.
And nobody said nothing. Nobody did nothing. Nobody decided to leave. Nobody decided I don't want my kid here. Like you can't tell me the kid. I'm gonna take the kid out of all this too. Every parent in there is fucked up. Every parent whose kid went through this made the conscious decision to allow this. You can't tell me as a parent you can't see any of this. And you can't tell me as a parent you don't watch the episode that aired. You're telling me right now, you've seen all these, right? You told me you just watched all this as an adult with another kid and it made you uncomfortable, right? Some random people you don't even give a fuck about. So you tell me you watched the whole first season of this happening to your daughter and you was like, yeah, they can come back and be fine. Did it make you feel uncomfortable with your own kid? Every parent in there knew what was going on.
But I
think that's exactly what Dan Steiner was saying. Everybody at Nickelodeon know because it's what we do. We all do this. I'm just going down for it, whatever, fine, fuck it. And every parent knew because there's no way you can't know.
But you know what I compare it to though? I compare it to like, those women who depend on their boyfriend or their husband or whatever waits and they depend on them and then like he's financially providing but he's actually like abusing her kids or whatever and they stay because they don't feel like they have any way out or whatever. I compare it to that. Like I'm getting paid. This is changing my life. Sure. So I'm going to stay here and you don't even, and parents like that, cause I know parents like that, literally. I know parents that were like that and they don't necessarily see it or they like avoid it or like they don't, I don't know, like you just,
they weren't
Can I ask you two a question and God forbid, right? Right now, at your daughter's age, at your son's age, you take him somewhere to do stuff like this without the thinking that people would do something like this, right? Without even like, don't think about it with watching this documentary. Just, you're just taking it. He wants to be an actor, whatever, fuck. And 6 months in, you don't know that they're being raped, but it's happening. Do you feel like you would be able to tell the difference, like by hanging out with your kid every day? Seeing like the difference in how you wouldn't be able to like he's acting different, talking different, walking different. Like you don't think you would be able to tell with your kid? Like, come on now.
No, can I say something? So me personally, I do feel like I'll be able to tell with
you can see it. Like look at the
I
scenes.
feel like I'll be able to tell with my kid, but
that's
being
crazy.
around other people and their kids, some people are really oblivious to things and don't really take heed to like their kids' emotion, their kids' changes. Like the other day, I seen this woman on TikTok. She went in her son's room. He's like 15. It's like 9:00 at night. His room nasty as hell. He's still in his uniform. He laying in there. He looks sad and shit. To me, this looks like your son is depressed. He like, what's going on? This is instead of recording him saying, "What the fuck? Clean up your room. This shit look crazy." To me, it looks like, do you feel like what's going on with you? There's some parents that would look at it like that. So to me, that's a sign of maybe there's something going on. Maybe you don't feel well. Maybe something's going on at school. Did something happen to you? Other parents is just, look at this fucking mess. Nigga, you just got something stuck in your ass right last night and you walking with the switch. Yo, dad, nigga, stop walking gay. Like not everybody's going to see everything as a sign of sexual abuse.
Yeah, that's very true.
have to be emotionally intelligent and very aware of what's going on in the world to see that in your kid.
And I feel like with all these things you're saying, it's all true in the regular world. But I feel like with these very specific situations, we know what's going on. And you can't tell me these people don't hear rumors or they don't hear like right now, like even now, like even before this documentary, like it's a little weird. So if you took your kid somewhere like this, you'll be extra cautious. And his dad told the mom. She told him, keep him. He's gonna fuck my son. Can you not let him, please? She sent them here every day. That's insane.
But that's one parent who is aware, sees the signs, and knows, and another
Sat
parent
you down
who
and
is
said,
blinded
keep him
by
away.
money because he's seen the signs. He also seen his interactions with other people, and he was aware. He was present. He was the one going to the set, so he is aware, using his mind and paying attention to him.
Bad for him too.
The mom is not there. She's at home doing whatever. All she knows, she is getting money from it. She's not there. This man said he's taking my son to an audition. Yeah, so all she knows is I got money. We don't know she drinks. We don't know she's on drugs. We don't know she's dick dizzy. He said he's taking my son to an audition. My son ain't saying nothing. You're hating. You just da-da-da-da. You're in. You're also a woman, so you're jaded. This is your ex-husband. You don't want to hear nothing, he says. You're paid. Your son's not complaining. And he said he's taking him to auditions. He's taking him to Disneyland. What the fuck are you talking about? He's fucking my son. No, he's not. He's putting him on TV. My son's a star. Fuck you.
I wonder,
There's some people...
They didn't even let her say nothing after that. She ain't even got no... I want to know what she should have just... Man, that would hurt my heart as a father. Ooh, I felt so bad for him. He started crying immediately. Why you... Ooh. And you can't just go to jail. That's not enough.
And so all this makes me wonder if all those people who could have been really famous, but they kind of just wither away. Like, when did you stop? Like the other boy from the Leon Thomas nigga, the one who got all those Grammys for writing credits and shit. He wrote on Snooze, the dark skinned nigga with the dreads from Victorious. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he was in that movie with he was the singing boy. He's like raw as fuck. Like, when did you stop? Or did you stop? Because you was a songwriter, you get Grammys and shit. But you're not a star. He could have been a star.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. He could have been. I don't think he stopped. I think he never started. You can't.
You never seen that movie with him and Jamie Foxx? If you do a movie with Jamie Foxx, you done did something, and it's a good movie too. Autumn's Fall.
I think that's to get you, like, hey, because you all that stuff, like right now, like, okay,
it did take him 3 years.
He did all that stuff, right? But right now, does that? I mean, if he didn't do anything, if he didn't continue doing all the stuff he's done, right? All that stuff wouldn't have mattered. That wouldn't have made enough money to matter. Now he'll be just like a person like me and you, right? With talent, of course. Well, we all have talent. So, but I'm saying, like, he never started. I don't think he ever started.
So a different example is Brandon T. Jackson. He decided to stop.
I think those,
because he did Percy Jackson. He did the movie with Martin. But
for sure.
Hold on.
Because I think
Slow down.
I think all that stuff, especially except for like those super child when we're talking about, like people like him, I think all that stuff is like, here's what we would give you. Here's all the things you can get. Here, look. And then you get to the point like, all right, come on, it's time if you really want to take it there. He's like, it's fine.
Brandon T. Jackson comes from Nickelodeon too, don't he?
It's fine. No, thank you.
Yes, he does.
And it probably don't go straight to ass. It probably start off a little small, and then you probably get a chance to stop before you get there.
What has Bow Wow been through?
And those things, and people like that, I think they did all those things, and they get to a point where like you can continue doing these, like they're doing these things to these kids growing up, and then you like get to a point where like you can do this on your own. Like, go ahead. And that's where you get like the Chris Browns and the Ariana Grande and shit like that. And then Bow Wow is like, oh, babies and murder babies, it's fine. I'm good just like this. Y'all did enough to me. I got enough. I can continue off this. I don't want to kill a baby and stuff.
Good. I'll stop there.